I set my heartbeat into words and send them like a prayer. The night keeps your name like a secret between two moons. I walk the streets where our echoes still argue softly. Your laugh hangs on lampposts. I pass beneath it and remember. If longing were a ship, I would learn every rope and sail. I carry your photograph inside the pocket of my patience. Rain writes gentle letters on the window pane, they read like you. My hands practice the shape of your absence every morning. I fold my regrets into small, careful cranes and set them free. The city hums your favorite melody in a language I almost know. I plant tiny hopes under the soles of my shoes and they sprout. When dawn breaks, it asks me how you slept, I tell it stories. Memory is a slow baker, it makes every crumb taste like you. I learned to map the quiet places where your shadow rests. At cafes I order 2 cups and only drink from the one with your name. Night trains carry my whispers between stations named after you. I keep a lamp for every unspoken question and light them all. Your silence is a temple where I come to practice forgiveness. I trace the edges of our past like lines on an old passport. The moon sent a ribbon of silver, I braided it into a vow. You were the compass I forgot how to read and then relearned. Love taught me how to be patient with scars and sunrise. I pressed your footprints into wet clay and kept the mold. Each breath is an apprentice learning the work of missing you. The clock keeps moving as if to prove it can survive longing. I learned your favorite color and painted my silence with it. There are songs I no longer sing except when I speak your name. Your smile is a lighthouse in the soft harbor of my mornings. Sometimes I find your handwriting inside the margins of dreams. I save rain for days when the sky forgets how to be gentle. My promises sleep in a drawer lined with the paper of old maps. I wake to the sound of possibility knocking at the wrong hour. The world keeps offering me ordinary days. I trade them for you. I learned the geography of your fingers like they were small countries. Sometimes I whisper to strangers, hoping one will answer like you. I planted a small orchard of could-have-beens and tend it nightly. There are bridges I cross only because they lead toward your voice. I keep a notebook where I practice all the ways to say your name. Your absence is an art, I study it until the edges blur into grace. I am a locksmith of memory, making keys for doors that no longer open. My shadow keeps your secrets safe when the sun forgets to care. I learned to make peace with storms after you taught me how to wait. The air sometimes tastes like a promise I almost kept. I carry a small radio that plays stations broadcasting your smile. I hang my regrets on clotheslines and let the wind iron them smooth. The universe is patient, but I am impatient for one reply. I trace the map of your laugh on the inside of my wrists. There is a calendar where every day is marked with your possible return. Love is a garden where I water what cannot grow without sunlight. I keep a teacup for your name and pour quiet into it each evening. The streets remember us by the way our steps once fit together. I am learning to be brave with my softness, to show it to the moon. Your photograph is a small country I visit without a passport. I press my ear to closed doors and listen for the sound of your heart. The sky sometimes folds itself into a corner and hides from me. I put bookmarks in the days where you smiled and left them waiting. If longing were a language, I am fluent in its tender verbs. I keep a jar of afternoons where we never argued, bottled clear. There is a sister city of memory where the sun always finds us. I learned the blueprint of forgiveness and built a house upon it. Your name is a key that opens closets of things I forgot I loved. I sew small stitches into the hem of each passing moment. The moon borrowed my loneliness and returned it in poems. I hold a meeting of my doubts and they all vote for you. The wind brings your scent sometimes, a policy without borders. I collect small mercies like shells on a deserted shore. My chest is a map with the word home written where you belong. I learned to speak with silence until silence started to answer. There are alleys in my mind where your voice waits at dusk. I label every sunrise with a wish and ship it your way. The mirror keeps catching me practicing smiles I once gave you. I keep a ledger of apologies and add to it by hand. If regret were a river, I would learn to swim in its current. I fold ordinary days into paper boats and set them afloat for you. The roof remembers the nights we stayed awake and counted stars. I tamed a small fear and taught it to sleep beneath the bed. There is a chapel between my ribs, inside, your name is carved. I learned the slow science of waiting without breaking. Your voice is a map with secret ink only my heart deciphers. I keep spare words in a drawer for the day you finally speak. Sometimes I walk to places where the past still feels honest. I keep a small clock that runs the other way against forgetting. The sky writes your initials in cloud, I memorize the curves. I practiced patience until it became a steady light in my chest. I fold the past like cloth, tidy, neat, but soft to the touch. There is a small bench where I sit and iron out stubborn memories. The city gives me small reasons to breathe, and I take them all. I learned to love the way the quiet shaped your face. Your shadow taught me how to bow properly before dawn. I keep a ledger of all the times I survived missing you. At night I rehearse the future like an actor learning lines. I made a promise to the moon to keep your light unchanged. The river knows how I ache, it carries my words downstream. I lined my pockets with patience and left the rest at the door. Love taught me to be a careful gardener of other people's hearts. I gather small confessions and stitch them into a humble quilt. The horizon keeps moving, I move with it toward your name. I keep an atlas of reasons why we might find our way back. Each evening I fold a star into a paper letter and send it north. I whisper to the dark, if you are my last hope, then be kind. The silence after your voice is a book with missing chapters. I trace constellations and rename them all after you. My windowsill holds a candle that waits for your shadow. I carry your memory the way the sea carries salt, inseparable. Every sunrise feels like your hand brushing my cheek awake. I save broken hours and mend them with threads of your name. Even the trees seem to bend their branches toward your return. The night sky is a diary where I write secrets in stars. My heart is a fragile cathedral echoing with your absence. I walk through crowds, but only your ghost holds my hand. Your laughter lingers like perfume on the corners of silence. I rehearse forgiveness as though it will summon your steps. The earth itself seems softer when I think of you. I fold every sigh into paper wings and release them skyward. Time is a stubborn river, but I keep building bridges of faith. Even the rain carries your rhythm in every drop that falls. I plant words like seeds and hope they bloom into your answer. The nightingale sings the longing I cannot say aloud. I turn loneliness into lanterns and line my windows with them. My soul is a letter still waiting to be opened by you. I walk with the wind, but it whispers only your name. The dawn feels unfinished without your face to greet it. I gather fragments of joy and shape them into your smile. Every star I count becomes another prayer for you. The night bends low, listening to the ache in my chest. My footsteps echo as if they are calling for you. Even silence seems heavier when you are far away. I speak to the moon as though it carries your reply. The sea holds my secrets, but waves deliver them to you. My breath turns into verses the moment I remember you. The sky folds its arms around my loneliness. Every shadow carries a question shaped like your eyes. I keep a chair beside me, waiting for your return. Even in dreams, you slip away like mist in sunlight. I write letters I will never send, each signed with hope. Your absence teaches me patience sharper than a blade. I keep faith alive like a candle hidden from the storm. Each heartbeat beats twice, once for me, once for you. The air tastes sweeter when I imagine you near. I press your name against my lips as if it were a prayer. My soul is stitched together with threads of longing. Every road I take feels like it bends toward you. The stars scatter messages, but only I can read them. I wait for your footsteps like a pilgrim at the gate. Your silence is heavy, yet I cradle it tenderly. Even the birds seem to ask me where you've gone. I store my tears in jars of midnight glass. Every season carries your fragrance through the wind. My hope is fragile, yet I guard it with iron hands. The horizon glows softly, whispering of your return. Your memory is carved into the bark of every tree. I listen for you in the hum of distant trains. The candle flame bends as though bowing to your absence. Even my shadow aches to walk beside yours. I gather broken hours and shape them into songs. The earth spins, yet I remain anchored in longing. Every prayer I send becomes a star in your sky. I hold on to tomorrow because it might carry your smile. My silence is not empty, it is filled with you. Even my dreams kneel quietly, waiting for your face. The night writes your name across its velvet skin. I walk slowly, carrying the weight of your absence. Every sigh escapes me like a messenger searching for you. The stars lean closer, curious about my sorrow. My hands tremble as though reaching for your unseen touch. Each raindrop feels like a blessing from your memory. The wind weaves your name into its wandering song. I breathe and it feels like I am breathing you in. Every silence between moments is filled with your echo. Even the moon seems lonelier without you beside it. I light a candle to remind the dark of your glow. The air bends gently, carrying your spirit toward me. I keep your shadow folded neatly in my heart. Every tear becomes a jewel shaped by love. My nights are cathedrals, and you are the prayer. I kneel before memory, and it crowns you queen. Even time pauses to honor your presence in me. I walk through hours like deserts, thirsty for you. Your absence is a storm, yet I sail with hope. Every star becomes a lantern guiding me to you. The earth whispers your name in the language of roots. Even the river carries your rhythm in its tide. I write your name into sand though the sea steals it. Each leaf trembles as though touched by your breath. I carry hope like armor though my soul is bare. Your silence is a riddle I keep solving each day. Even my dreams are stitched with threads of you. I press my longing into the pages of the night. Every heartbeat pounds like a drum of faith. Your smile is a ghost that lights my corridors. The dawn bows slowly, waiting for your return. I weave patience into ropes that hold me steady. Your love is the compass I cannot misplace. Even the air aches when you are far. My words are rivers always flowing to you. I save broken promises and turn them into wings. Each prayer I whisper is written with your name. The stars carry secrets, but all of them are yours. Your absence is a poem without an ending. Even in loss, you are my last and only hope.